भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया। भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9, Chapter 24, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Text 62. Yasmin Satkarna Piyuse Yasastirthavare Sakrit Swatanjali Upasprasya Dhunute Karma Vasanam Yasmin Satkarna Piyuse Yasastirthavare Sakrit Swatranjali Upasprasya Dhunute Karma Vasanam. Word meaning. Yasmin. In the history of the transcendental activities of Krishna upon the surface of the earth, Satkarna Piyuse, who pleases the demands of the transcendental purified ears. Yasaha Tirtha Bare, keeping oneself in the best of holy places by hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord. Sakrit, once only, immediately. Swatranjali, in the form of hearing the transcendental message. Upasprasya, touching, exactly like the water of the Ganges. Dhunute, distress. Karma vasanam, the strong desire for fruitive activities. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Simply by receiving the glories of the Lord through purified transcendental ears, the devotees of the Lord are immediately freed from strong material desires and engagement in fruitive activities. Please repeat. Simply by receiving the glories of the Lord through purified transcendental ears, the devotees of the Lord are immediately freed from strong material desires and engagement in fruitive activities. Purport. When the devotees orally receive the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as enacted in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, they immediately achieve a transcendental vision in which they are no longer interested in materialistic activities. Thus they achieve freedom from the material world. For sense gratification, practically everyone is engaged in materialistic activities, which prolong the process of janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, birth, death, old age and disease. But the devotee, simply by hearing the message of Bhagavad Gita and further releasing the narrations of Srimad Bhagavatam, becomes so pure that he no longer takes interest in materialistic activities. At the moment, devotees in the Western world are being attracted by Krishna consciousness and becoming uninterested in materialistic activities. And therefore, people are trying to oppose this movement. But they cannot possibly check this movement or stop the activities of the devotees in Europe and America by their artificial impositions. Here the words Shrotanjalir Upasprasya indicate that simply by hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord, the devotees become so pure that they are immediately immune to the contamination of materialistic fruitive activities. Anyabhilashita sunyam. Materialistic activities are unnecessary for the soul, and therefore the devotees are freed from such activities. The devotees are situated in liberation, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate, and therefore they cannot be called back to their material homes and materialistic activities. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurubhe Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Sopadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nitangscha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yasmin Satkarna Piyuse Yasastirtha Vare Sakrit Shotranjali Upasprasya Dhunote Karma Vasanam. Simply by receiving the glories of the Lord through purified transcendental ears, the devotees of the Lord are immediately freed from strong material desires and engagement in fruitive activities. So in this chapter, this is the concluding chapter of this 9th canto. This is the Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And in this particular chapter there is description of there is list of Kshatriya kings of Chandra dynasty, particularly in Jadu dynasty. And in this description, in this connection, there is description of Vasudeva and his sons. Vasudeva Devaki is their sons. After 6 sons of Devaki, Vasudeva, they are killed by Kamsa. Then 7th son was Sankarsan. Practically Balaram was transferred from the womb of Devaki to womb of Rohini. Then the 8th son was Krishna. And that son is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why chapter is telling Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because there is so many incarnations of Krishna, but Krishna is the Supreme, he is the Swayam Bhagavan. Ete changsa kalapungsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Many places, in Brahma Samhita also he told, Ramadi Murtisu Kala Niyamena Tishthan Nana Avatara Makarad Bhuvanesu Kintu Krishna Swayam Samabhavat Paramahapumanjo Govindam Adi Purusam Tamahang Bhajami. Even Rama Adi, Lord Ramachandra, his planet Saket Dham, even you will see the transcendental map of the Golok Vrindavan, there is Saket Dham, Ramachandra Dham is just in bottom. So there are so many Vishnus, incarnation, in the spiritual world there are so many Vishnus. There is millions of names of Vishnu. There are also millions of planets of Vishnu. But among all such Vishnu's planets, there is Saket, the planets of Ramachandra in top, then even above Ramachandra, there is planet of Krishna. So that's why this chapter is this Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, as Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 9th verse is described, Janma karma chame divyam evang javeti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanama naiti mameti so Arjuna. Janma karma, then whose janma karma? Janma karma chame divyam. Whose janma karma? The birth and activities of Krishna. Because this verse is spoken by Krishna himself. They are transcendental. Janma karma chame divyam. And a person who realizes this, or he understood this truth, evang javeti tattvataha, then after leaving this body, he does not take another birth in this material world. He returns back to Godhead, the abode of Lord Sri Krishna. So, and this particular verse here is explaining the importance of hearing Krishna Katha. What is the importance of hearing Krishna, about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even we are traveling, even visiting the different places, the pilgrimage places, even the dham, we are doing parikramas and so many things. But above all these activities, that is helps us in remembering Krishna. that hearing Krishna Katha from the mouth of lips of a pure devotee is more important. Srila Prabhupada, he came to this Brajamandal Parikrama when he was in Grahastha life. He was in Allahabad, and one time he came to join because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master, was, that time he was not even initiated, but he is aspiring to take initiation from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur doing with many thousands of devotees, is doing this Brajamandal Parikrama, and their Parikrama was at Koshi. And the camp there, all devotees are there. And Prabhupada reached in evening time. And then next day in morning Mangalarti, after Mangalarti, there was announcement that today Parikrama is going to Koshi to Sesasai. There is a 18-kilometer walking from there. And those who want to go Parikrama, they will go in Parikrama. There is some guides, they will guide them there. But today, His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, is not going in Parikrama. He will be fixed in this place, and he is going to give a class. He will give class on Bhagavad Gita from here. And those who want to hear the classes, they can stay here. So, Srila Prabhupada, that time he was Abhay, we were thinking, what I shall do? What is important to going in Parikrama and seeing the pilgrimage sites? Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai. So, or I must stay here and listen to this class. Then he decided. Prabhupada decided, no. It is more important to hear Krishna Katha from the mouth of a pure devotee. So what Prabhupada, the Narottam Das Thakur used to say, Tirtha Jatra Parishrama Kevala Manera Brahma. Visiting different places, that is okay, the pastime places. But if you are not hearing about Krishna Katha from the mouth of a pure devotee, then there is no value. Even the important the pilgrimage places like even Vrindavan or Mayapur or Puri or any places, the whole purpose of visiting different pilgrimage places is to hear Krishna Katha, hear the glories of the and pastimes of Krishna from mouth of a pure devotee. That's why Prabhupada did not went in Parikrama. He stayed in Koshi and he was hearing lecture on Bhagavad Gita from the mouth of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And provision was started in 6 o'clock and continues up to 12 o'clock, 6 hours. In the beginning there may be 500 devotees, then gradually after 1 hour some left, 2 hours, 3 hours. When he finished lecture, maybe few peoples, 10, 12 peoples there, but one of them was Abhay Babu, now His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Even after 1 year, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gave him initiation in 1933 in Allahabad. Then temple personage was glorifying totally Abhay Babu is such a very good person, he giving so much donations to our temple, even so many, he was glorifying. He is a perfect candidate for initiation and like that. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, yes, then he told, all this what you have told, all these things, these are the not qualification for taking initiation. I am giving him initiation or accepting as a disciple. Reason is, I marked him. He has so much attachment for hearing Krishna Katha. So, that's why Prabhupada in his perfect and by his own example, and he set an example how one must attach to hear Krishna Katha from the mouth of a devotee. So, that is here this verse is telling, Jasmin Satkarna Piyuse, simply by receiving the glories of the Lord from the transcendental, Satkarna Piyusha. This Piyusha means this nectarian pastimes of Krishna. So, that is simply by receiving the glories of Lord through purified transcendental ears. We must hear Krishna Katha. Even here is Prabhupada, he was a devotee, he was a devotee, he hears Krishna Katha, then he was attachment. But somehow or other, if anyone listen Krishna Katha, even Prabhupada gave in one lecture about the example of a thief. His name was Govardhan. Govardhan, he was staying in Rajasthan. His name is very nice name, Govardhan. But he was not actually a devotee, nor he has attachment for the Krishna Katha. He is not even served the devotee, nothing, no qualification. When he was dying, his whole ancestry, they are maintaining their family, their whole family ancestry. They simply by stealing, plundering, and somehow or other they collect money and they maintaining. So when his father was dying, Govardhan's father was dying, he was suggesting him, well, remember, if you want to continue maintaining this family in this way, then don't listen Krishna Katha. If anyone anywhere there is an explanation of pastimes of Krishna, don't go to that place. You should run away immediately. Close your eyes. Immediately run away from that place. If you hear a few words, if you come to your ear, then you cannot again do this job, our family business. What is the family business of Govardhan? Stealing, plundering, just making money. Our family business is different. Book distribution, that is. So, anyhow, she was remembered because his father gave him the message in time of he leaving this world when he was dying. But one day he was planning how to steal in someone's house, and so he was a little misminded. He was thinking about this, perhaps planning and walking on the road, going in the road. But suddenly he saw there are so many people, thousands of people sitting in one side of the road, and there is a nice pandal, and everyone is hearing. When he was come to the senses, just few words enter his ear. He heard about this devotee was explaining about how Mother Jasoda decorating Krishna, child Krishna, how she was decorating in the morning. And she was describing about different ornaments, how Krishna's body was decorated with different ornaments. So he told, there is a Kaustubha Mani. That boy is wearing such costly what? Kaustubha Mani, this chain, this necklace that is Krishna is wearing. And different ornaments starting from his feet, ankle bells, and so many, every part of his body was decorated with different types of ornaments. There's gold, diamond, hira, lila, moti, so many. So he told, this is very nice topic. This is nice, hearing about something, about wealth. But this Pandit is telling, that boy is only 3 years or 4 years old and wearing so many types of ornaments. So why I go to so many places to steal? If I'll steal this boy, I can plunder this boy. Yes, he's telling only 3-4 years. So I can somehow or other it is very easy. I can take some sweets or something, call that boy, then I can seeing an opportunity, I can steal him. She planned Planning like this, though my father told this Krishna Katha is not to listen. I am not listening about, I am listening these things. This is good. So he is just sit down in the Katha. So then the Katha, the finish, then everyone gave some little dakshina to the Panditji, then they left. This thief was there sitting and hearing. Finally, he had one gold coin. He stole somewhere. Then he took that coin and also gave to Panditji and also pay obeisances. Panditji looked at him, he knows that he is very famous Dakayat. He said, so how he came into Katha? So he was feeling, oh see, he saw now so many donations come to me. Thousands of rupees now, this maybe he attacked me in the way, or somehow he will now start, will plan to plunder these things. But everyone left, but still he was not going. He told, don't worry, O Panditji, I am not going to steal you. But you have to give me the address of this boy, about whom you are talking. Because it was very simple. So he was thinking everything is truth. Hearing Katha and he thinking everything is truth. There is something is there. So he told, please give him address to me. I am not going to steal you, but I want to meet that boy. But Panditji now told, he was talking within, Krishna, Gopal, now you have to protect yourself. Otherwise this thief will steal my money, he will plunder me. So in this way thinking, he told about, okay, his name is Krishna, his name is, his father and mother called him as Kanhaiya, and even his beloved, Radharani called him Shyama Sundar, like this, told so many things. He stay in Gokul Mahavan, and there is a bank of Jamuna, there is his father name is Nanda, his mother is Jasoda, like this he told everything. Then he told, okay, he told them that the thief when coming back, he did not go that day for stealing the place that he had planned before. Rather he returned back to his home. And the whole way he was trying to remember, what is the boy's name? His Kanhaiya. Kanhaiya, father is Nanda, mother Jasoda. Where he stay in Mahavan, Gokul, Mathura district, like this. In Uttar Pradesh, everything he just remember everything. Then he took prasad, then he took his food and sleep. Then morning when he woke up, he forgot everything. Then he again ran away to the Pandit's house, knocked the door. Panditji told, hey, again he came. I cannot believe this thief. Now he maybe stole everything. Then he told, oh, Panditji, you are always fearing. I am not going to, I told you, I am not going to steal your money. But I forgot, you told whatever you gave the address, I forgot. You give in written. Then the Panditji gave in a paper and they write down everything. Then now the thief told, okay, now he is okay. Then he took everything. And then he took this list, then come to Mathura. From Mathura he to go to Gokul. Then those days there is only forest. Everywhere was forest. Everywhere they are just traveling in the forest and calling the name. What? Krishna, Kanhaiya, Kanhaiya, he was calling. Kanhaiya, Kanhaiya, Krishna, Shyama Sundar. So Krishna was seeing, why this thief now become my devotee, calling me. Then he was so attached to this name. Gradually this Krishna name, just in his tongue he was reciting again and again and again. Now he got attached. He was calling Krishna. Months and months he forgot about eating, sleeping, mating, defending everything. He was simply calling. You want to meet that boy. Finally one day, when he was so intense, because the Panditji told, you must, this boy eat some makhan and misri, some butter and some sweet meats, the misri. sugar candy you have to take for him. So he is keeping so many days, it is already spoiled, but still he is with him. One day Krishna appeared, Kanhaiya appeared to him, and because he was calling so intensely, so then he told, he saw him his butter and this some sugar cane, then Krishna throw it. He told, this is not, this is my mother gave always fresh one. You are giving this is already spoiled. He told, okay Kanhaiya, don't worry, next day I will bring you fresh one from. Then he was telling, oh Kanhaiya, please give me these ornaments, asking one by one. Krishna told, no, I cannot give you anything. The Kanhaiya told, I cannot give you anything. My mother decorated me with this, with love and affection, all this thing. I cannot give you anything. Somehow or other, that day, next day again Mathura came this he again went to Mathura and this fresh butter, and then he again intensely calling. So Krishna appeared again. And that day he was calling me. Krishna was eating makhan. Then he started. Even if Krishna refused, then after when he was engaged in eating, then he tried to take his ornaments, one after another. Then he keep one place, then he looks at Krishna, oh, this is not looking good. When these ornaments were in Krishna's body, they are looking very nice. Then he again in his own hand tried to put ornaments in different parts of Krishna, then he looking. Again say, hey, I came here to steal all these things. What I am doing? Why am I again? Then he, like this, he's putting ornaments and taking away, then look Krishna like this. So one time when he gave, and I put all ornaments in the body of Krishna, Krishna looks very beautiful, then he smiled, smiled at the thief, then he disappeared. Then the person, that thief become mad after Krishna. Simply chanting, Kanhaiya, Kanhaiya, Shyamasundar, Kanhaiya, Shyamasundar, in this way. All his sinful reactions finished. His mind was completely purified, and he finally became a devotee. So Prabhupada told, even devotees, they heard this Krishna Katha from the mouth of another devotee, then that is natural, devotees. But even somehow other, if you listen Krishna Katha, then definitely life will change. That's why Kapila Dev told to Mother Devhuti, Satang prasangat mama virya samvido bhavanti hritkarna rasayana katha tajjosanad asu apavarga vartmani Shraddharati bhakti anukramishyati. Kapila Devi told, Satang prasangat mama virya samvido. Oh mother, you must listen this Krishna Katha in association of devotees. Mama virya, Satang prasangat mama virya bhavanti hitkarna. When this Krishna Katha entered to the whole of year, because we are sadhu, we must see a sadhu through a ear. Not these eyes can see everything, but if you want to see a sadhu, then you have to hear from him. Satang prasangat bhavanti hritkarna. Then he entered through ears, then he gradually reached the heart. And when this Krishna Katha entered to heart, then all the unwanted things, nasta prayasu avhadresu, nityam, bhagavata sevaya, everything will destroy it. Two things, pavarga and apavarga. Apavarga vartmani. Pavarga, this materialistic peoples, they, after pavargas, their pa means parishrama, working hard for money. Parishrama, up to what? Up to the forms coming from your mouth, like a base, like a buffalo or an ass. When they carrying so much loading, then the forms coming from their mouth. So materialistic people, when they are hard working, they work so hard, then they work day and night up to the forms coming from their mouth, like an animal. That is called pha, pa, pha, ba. But all this labor, ultimately they become useless. Because he collects so much money, but he cannot enjoy himself. Though he doing all these things for their family members and for bank balance, all these things, but he actually he cannot enjoy anything. Time of death, everything remain here. He has to left. He has to go his next destination, to the hell, because of this reaction of this his karma. So pa, pha, ba, bha, still he become always fearful. Why you want to become fearful? Because someone maybe steal his things. Pa, pha, ba, and ultimately ma. Ma means mrityu. He ultimately death. But apavarga means just negation to all these things. Apavarga means liberation, mukti. Apavarga vartmani. So when one hears Krishna Katha, he enters the heart, then he destroys all the unwanted things from his kama, krodha, lobha, moho, mada, all these things, unwanted thing that is accumulated from many, many lifetimes. So Krishna Katha can purify our consciousness, then we will gradually come to this path of liberation. Apavarga vartmani saddha ratir bhakti anukramishati. Saddha, first we develop Shraddha. Shraddhavan jana hai bhakti adhikari. Who can get bhakti? A person have faith. Shraddha means so he developed faith on Krishna. Then rati means asakti, attachment. Then gradually attachment for Krishna. Bhakti. Then he ultimately achieve and the pure devotional service. That is the goal. So that's why we start from hearing bhakti from the 9 process of bhakti, but it begins from Shravanam. We have to hear. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave so much importance from hearing and chanting. So that's why Srimad Bhagavatam in Parikshit Maharaj, even the 10th canto, the beginning of 10th canto, first this after this chapter, this is the concluding chapter of 9th canto, the next 10th canto. In the beginning, Parikshit Maharaj telling, Nibrita tarsair upagiyamanat bhava saudhi swatra manobhiramat kaha uttama sloka gudanubadat puman virajyeta bina pasugnat. Who is that person? Did not like to listen Krishna Katha, he told. Only that person cannot develop attachment for Krishna Katha if he is a pasugnat. Bina pasugnat means if he is a butcher, if he is killer of animals. So otherwise nibritatarsa irpagiyamanat. Those nibritatar, those whose material desire has gone, he is free from all material sense gratification. Nibritatarsa, he free from the sense gratification, then upagiyamanat, those peoples, those who are Goswamis, they always continued in singing the glories of Krishna, upagiyamanat. This is the bhavasadhi. This is the medicine to which make us from the make us from free from this material attachment. This is the medicine. Even the gopis, they are also told. This is the bhava, this is the ausadhi. This is the medicine. Otherwise, the Krishna Katha is nectarian. Tava Katha mritam, amrita. Tava Katha amritam, tapta jivanam, kabibhiriditam, kalmasapaham, sravana mangalam, srimadatam, bhubhi grinhanti je. Bhurida jana. They are the really munificent people. They are gopis telling. Tava katha amitam. After hearing this verse, the Prataparudra Dev, who was bereft of meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, rejected. I cannot meet his king. Materialistic person I cannot meet. But when Pratap Rudradev chanted this Gopi Gita and particularly come to this verse. Lord Chaitanya immediately embraced him. Tava Katha Amritam. Then Mahaprabhu, sing, he is telling him again and again. Because the nectarian, the pastimes of Krishna, Janma, Karma, Chame, Divyam, these are nectarian. Tava Katha Amrita. Tava Katha Amritam, Tapta Jivanam. Those are suffering in three types of miseries, Adhyatmik, Adhibhautik and Adhidaivik klesha. For them, so the Gopi is telling, oh Lord, your pastimes, Tava Katha, they are nectarian, they are mohosa, Tava Katha Amritam, Tapta Jivanam, Kavi Bhiriditam. Gopi is telling that we are not telling this. This is spoken by Kavis, those are philosophers, great learned personalities, they declare this. Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmasapam, they destroy all the sinful reactions. Kalmasapaham. Sravana Mangalam, those who hear your pastime, that is Mangala, auspicious. It's auspicious. Is all auspicious for him. Sravana Mangalam Srimadatam. Not only is auspicious for him, it increases his Srimad, his fortune. He will become very fortunate. Srimadatam. He become very Sobhagyasal, means he become very nice, auspicious for his life. He is so Srimadatam Kavi Bhiriditam Kalmasapaham Sravana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhubi Grinhanti Je Bhurida Jana. So those who are distributing your katha, your nectarian appearance and pastimes of your yours, then they are really the person who are most munificent. They are really the charity giver. They are giving charity. Who are giving this? They are spreading this Krishna Katha. So Prabhupada is telling in purport that our movement is for this purpose. At the moment, devotees in the Western countries are being attracted for this Krishna consciousness. And because they are hearing and chanting and they are hearing Krishna Katha, so they are becoming uninterested in materialistic activities. Those in Prabhupada writing that even in Western world, those peoples, they are hearing from us, from Srila Prabhupada and his representatives. He told that they are becoming uninterested in materialistic activities. And therefore, the people are trying to oppose this movement. So in Western world, there are many rich persons, like in our movement, we see so many people, they come to Prabhupada there, but there's generally in Western world, they don't have so much attachment like Indian people. India, we have so much, the parents have so much attachment for their children. But not now, that was before, 50 years before. Because when someone become a devotee, then the whole family started crying. They started crying. But nowadays, even when you become devotee, then people know. If you become devotee somewhere, they just go and becoming a sadhu here, there, then that they don't allow. If someone become a devotee in ISKCON, then become happy, okay. This is okay, because now the situation is different. They have so many. So anyhow, but Prabhupada is telling, so even the people are trying to oppose this movement in the Western world. Like we see when Giriraj Swami, he became a devotee. When he was a son of a great barrister in America, such a wealthy family. Then the parents, then his father come to Prabhupada, please return my son. As much as wealth you can take from us, as you like, but return back our son. Even we see Prabhupada even joke with the mother of Brahmananda Prabhu. She has Brahmananda Prabhu become devotee and also his brother Gargamuni Prabhu, still in Vrindavan. So when they become devotee, so there the mother also like they come to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, rather Prabhupada even asking some donation to him, to her. She told, what donation? I gave two sons in donation, in angry. Prabhupada told that, so okay. So in this way we see so many histories in Western world. We can see this movement. That's why Prabhupada is telling even the peoples are trying to oppose this movement. But they cannot possibly check this movement. Because now these members of ISKCON, they are developed little taste for hearing and chanting. The devotees, Europe and America, by their artificial imposition, they cannot be stopped. So that's why Prabhupada is telling, simply by hearing the transcendental activities of the Lord, the devotees become so pure that they are immediately immune from the contamination of materialistic fruitive activities. So, solpa api asya dharmasya trayate mahata bhayat. Even in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna told, little attachment. If someone just develop little attachments for hearing this Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, then they will definitely become free from all unwanted things. Then in this way they can develop the attachment to Krishna, and even the Juga Dharma you can understand by hearing. If you regularly hear Bhagavatam, then we can understand. Kalo dosa nidhe rajan astihi eka mahan guna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha parang brajeta. That is also mentioned in Bhagavata. If you read Bhagavatam, you can understand the Juga Dharma. When the concluding verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is telling, Nama Sankirtana Jasya Sarva Papa Pranasanam Pranama Dukkha Samanang Tang Namami Haring Param. Sutta Goswami is telling, I am paying obeisances to Lord Hari. What is meaning of Hari? Sarva Mangala Hare Prema Diya Hare Man. This is the definition by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hari means, there are so many meanings to the word Hari, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I accept two meanings. Is that Sarva Mangala Hare, that vanquished all inauspiciousness, and there he is Hari who distributing Krishna, and the Krishna Prema. So in this way, in even hearing this katha, we can also know what is Juga Dharma, what is the goal of life, what shall we do, what is the means and what is the goal. Hare Krishna. So it is time, I stop here. Okay.
You are speaking about the Parikrama of Krishna, Sasha Thakur said that you want to do Parikrama in this way. So similarly we see when we come from Manimangala to Darshan, and we see many people carrying Parikrama. They come for Darshan, but they go to Darshan. So what do you suggest for
them? Some people they are seeing and taking darshan of Lord, and some people even after taking darshan they are doing Parikrama. This is in Chaitanya Bhagavat also mentioned. One time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees, they went to Jagannath temple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with most majority of devotees chanting and dancing in front of deity, looking up, but one, there Advaita Acharya was doing Parikrama. Advaita Acharya was doing the temple Parikrama that time. Now after, when Advaita Acharya came, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, who is intelligent? Who is most intelligent? Those who were taking the seeing the Lord and chanting and dancing, or those who were then in this way, finally Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, when you are doing Parikrama, you could not see the Lord. You lose the association of devotees, and you also cannot see the Supreme Lord. So these people, those who are chanting and dancing and looking to Lord, they are more fortunate. Anyhow, any comment?
Yes, hearing the glories of Krishna, chanting the glories of Krishna, remembering Krishna, life becomes perfect. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. ओके, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की।